What's up, guys? Today we're going to go over an archetype that it's a fan favorite, has very few cards, and basically does nothing. If you guessed Flame Swordsman, well, you read the title of the video. Like, what do you want, a cookie? Now, this isn't to say that I'm not excited to talk about Flame Swordsman. Like, Joey is one of my favorite characters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! But the Flame Swordsman is just a generic fusion monster. On the other hand, he is one of the more iconic monsters from the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, you know, this video has to happen at some point. No. I will cover you when I hit 1,000 subscribers. You get back there. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. Today we're going to answer, how good was Flame Swordsman actually? Flame Swordsman was there from the very beginning in the first ever set in Yu-Gi-Oh! Released in March of 2002 in the set Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Flame Swordsman is a vanilla fusion monster that requires Flame Manipulator and Masaki the Legendary Swordsman. Was Flame Swordsman meta relevant? Did it change the format by itself? Was it a good card? No, it wasn't. Asking if Flame Swordsman was ever a good card, it's kind of like asking if Larry the Cable Guy ever won an Oscar. But he did get snubbed in Cars 3, I'll tell you that right now. Now you might be asking, but Ross, when has Flame Swordsman ever been a fusion monster? Wasn't he a effect monster, according to the anime? Well, I hate to break it to you, but the anime lied to you. Now in the English dub, they did put the purple border around the card, but if you notice, they never actually fusion summoned him. Funny enough, Konami actually added to this Mandela effect in November of 2013 with the set Joey's World. In this set, Flame Swordsman got a new card in Blue Flame Swordsman that basically has the same effect as it had when it was Joey's Deckmaster. Side tangent, do you all remember Deckmasters in the anime? Basically, Konami came up with the idea of Commander way before Magic did, and they did nothing with it. Magic players in the audience might assume that I'm bragging that our game did it first, but actually I'm complaining that Konami's just too dumb to actually do something with a good idea. Anyways, enough of that. Back to being miserable and talking about what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is and not what it could have been. Blue Flame Swordsman allows you to increase the attack of one of your warrior monsters, and if this card's in the graveyard, you can banish it and special summon one fire warrior monster from your graveyard. Now, despite this effect directly referencing the effect that it had in the anime, was this good? Absolutely not. I can't believe that out of all the anime effects that they could have gave this card, it gave it that one. Takahashi might have loved Joey, but clearly Konami doesn't. Maybe the question shouldn't be, how good was Flame Swordsman actually? Maybe the question should be, will Konami ever print a good Joey deck? Admittedly, they did try. They absolutely failed, but before we go over that, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will cover Dark Magician. And if you like this content, don't forget to hit that noty bell, smash that like button, and comment down below, what is your favorite Joey card? But enough of that self-promotion BS, let's get on with the video. In 2024, Konami tried to make Flame Swordsman a actual archetype in the set Maze of Millennia. In this set, we got Fighting Flame Swordsman, a level 4 effect monster with 1800 attack and 1600 defense. If this card was normal or special summon, you could add any spell or trap that mentions Flame Swordsman. And if this card was sent to the graveyard, you could send one Flame Swordsman monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. What can I say? That's actually a pretty good effect. This is a possible one card starter for the deck. But the real question is, are the targets for this effect actually that good? The answer's no, But let's keep going anyways, I'm having fun. The first card we're going to go over is Salamandra with Chain, a equipped trap card. This card allows you to book a moon a effect monster, and if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it to fusion summon one fire warrior or dragon fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling its materials back into the deck, but it is destroyed by the end phase. Another card you can search with fighting Flame Swordsman is Fusion Armament. This card allows you to reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon one of its materials from the extra deck, but it cannot attack and its effects are negated. Now you might be asking, what's the point if it has no effects and it can't attack? Well, this allows you to get the original Flame Swordsman out pretty easily. And finally, the one that you're most likely to want to search with fighting Flame Swordsman is Fighting Flame Sword. This card allows you to either add any card that mentions Flame Swordsman, target and destroy one card on the field when you attack with a Fire Warrior monster, or negate a activation or effect that targets a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions Flame Swordsman. Now, there's technically one spell I'm leaving out, but I want to go over that later. Right now, I want to focus on what monsters you can search with this card. Despite these cards being bad, I do think there's actually something here that could be used either now or in the future. So let's keep digging and see if I'm right. First up, we have Mirage Swordsman, which reads, if a face-up fire fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from hand or graveyard at the start of the damage step. If this card is battled an opponent's monster, you can destroy both battling monsters. If this card is destroyed by battle or another card effect, you can special summon one level 7 or lower monster that is Flame Swordsman or mentions it from your deck or extra deck. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one's extremely situational. I truly do not understand why they even printed this card. There are so many staples that kind of do the same thing, but less reliant on your opponent doing something to you or destroying a card, which this deck only mildly does, not really focused on it like something like Fire King. The next card we're going to go over is Salamandra, the Flying Flame Dragon. While this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can equip this card to a warrior monster you control. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Salamandra spell or trap to your hand. Wait a minute, I thought this was about the Flame Swordsman, not what the heck is a Salamandra? Well, it's actually the fire dragon spirit that is trapped inside the Flame Swordsman sword. That's right, I do know lore. I don't just read cards all day. I also have no life, so there you go. But anyways, you remember how I said that I was leaving one spell card out? Well, that last spell card is Salamandra Fusion. This is probably the most interesting polymerization that I have ever seen. Salamandra Fusion is a equipped spell that allows you to equip it to a monster, and then you can send this card and the monster that it's equipped to the graveyard and special summon a Flame Swordsman or a fusion monster that mentions Flame Swordsman. Now, as interesting as having an equipped spell as your polymerization is, it really doesn't matter if what you're making isn't that good. And that leads me to the deck's boss monsters. That's right, there's two of them. And as interesting as they are, they're a little underwhelming. First up, we have Fighting Flame Dragon that allows you to equip this monster from the field or graveyard to a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions Flame Swordsman. And if you do that, the monster that this card's equipped to can attack twice. Now, the monster that you would want to equip this card to is the other boss monster, Ultimate Flame Swordsman. Ultimate Flame Swordsman allows you to target one of your opponent's monsters and destroy it, and if you do, your opponent takes 500 damage. In addition, if this card has an equipped card attached to it, the attack is doubled, but this card is destroyed during the end phase.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
You kissed your dad on the mouth?
So you kind of see how it works. First you summon Fighting Flame Dragon, and then you use that to summon Ultimate Flame Swordsman. And then you use Fighting Flame Dragon's graveyard effect to equip, and then bing bada boom, you basically have Tenpai but at home. And that's the real problem with this deck. It's a beatdown strategy that doesn't protect itself enough, and it doesn't interrupt the opponent enough to justify playing it. But there is one last card to go over, and that card is Mighty Flame Swordsman. This Link 2 gives all your warrior monsters plus 500 attack, and if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, it lets you monster reborn one of your warrior monsters. Alright, that didn't really fix anything, not really even worth playing unless it was a Link 1. Well, that was all the important cards in the deck. I guess it's time to answer the question, how good was Flame Swordsman actually? Man, I really wanted this deck to be good. It has an iconic card and an interesting playstyle, but it simply isn't. Beatdown strategies in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is generally not that good unless you have enough interruption to stop your opponent, like Blue Eyes, or your opponent simply can't do anything against you, like Tempai. The good news is Flame Swordsman has only had really one wave of true support, so I could see this strategy actually being built upon in the future if Konami wanted to. In fact, despite Red Eyes being my favorite card of all time, if I was a card designer, I'd much rather try to fix Flame Swordsman than Red Eyes, despite Red Eyes having a bunch more cards. Flame Swordsman just has a better foundation. Red Eyes has no direction when it comes to their strategy, but Flame Swordsman, despite not having as many cards, does have a clear path of what they're trying to do. Flame Swordsman might not be the best student in the world, but at least he has a clear direction what he wants to do with his life, while Red Eyes is like the college student that has been there for 5 years and has yet to pick a major. But regardless, neither of them are going to win a YCS anytime soon. But that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that noty bell, and smash that like button. And I will see you guys next time.